In today's session, we'll spend some time to understand first terminology, prerequisites, dependencies, groupings, and some tasks. Okay. So what I'm trying to say, we are not configuring. First, we have to understand the differences between terminologies and the grouping part. And one tricky part in benefits is most of the tasks sounds very similar. Okay, most of the tasks sounds very similar. So we should be little alertive in understanding the task. However, if you have any questions, kindly please flag it. Will help you.
Is
Okay.
there any way for you to make the screen a little bit larger?
Actually, I am on this. Okay, just a second. I think from your side you have to maximize the screen, but let me see if I can do that. I'm in 100%, but is it better?
Yeah, actually, I can do that a little bit here. I just realized that. Okay,
Yeah,
yeah, that works. Thank you.
no problem, sir. Okay. First, let's see what are the types of benefit plans we have. We have two types of benefit plans. One is monetary, another one is non-monetary. Monetary means employer will give the benefit plan in the form of amount. Example, let's say an employee is eligible for a metro train ticket. Every month, company is giving 500 US dollars for that employee for accessing this metro train. So here they're giving the money in the form of money, and that employee is taking and buying the metro pass. Non-monetary means, let's say employee has sick and he joined in a hospitalized. He's hospitalized for a week. The employer is going to be provide the benefit, I mean amount of all hospital related charges through a vendor called, let's say, a healthcare vendor. Here, employee not getting any money in hand, but whatever the expenses incurred for his recovery is taken care by the employee. This is non-monetary. Our Workday application can accommodate both of the requirements, monetary, non-monetary. First, and then let me take you to another screen. Okay. What are the types of benefit plans we have? In Workday, we have around 6 types of benefit plans. Healthcare, health savings account, spending account, insurance, retirement savings, additional. Different customers may have different types of requirements. Our Workday benefit plans should match all the requirements. All the requirements we should. Let's see what are all each type of plan we have. Healthcare, which means medical, dental, vision. So most of the employers will offer this benefits to their employees, right? That falls under healthcare benefits, sponsored by employer or together employer. So these are classified into 6 types, or you can say categorize this benefit plan into 6 types. Okay, vision, medical, dental, and if any healthcare related will falls under here. HSA spending account, or you can also call both together flexible spending account, savings account, spending account. These two are dedicated to USA because in USA we have a mandatory benefit called flexible spending account. So these two are dedicatedly for USA. If you are implementing for USA, then you may require to configure benefit plans under these two categories. Healthcare globally applicable. Most of the countries and employers they're offering some of the benefit plans for their employees. Okay, so let's talk about these two. Health savings account. There might be employee can purchase some health savings account. Purchase in the sense here employee will contribute, employer also will contribute. These are offered by employer. But this plan, employee has to contribute. For example, per year, employee has to contribute around $500. Employer also will contribute $500, total $1,000. And and this $1,000 will be paid to the benefit provider. Let's say MetLife is a benefit provider, healthcare provider. So employee both they will pay to the MetLife, and if employee is fall sick or any risk kind of accidents etc., they can claim with the vendor MetLife. Okay, spending account also savings account. Unforeseen, what you call unexpected reasons. Sometimes any critical conditions, accidents, more amount is required. Additionally, you can also contribute to spending account. So here one thing, some employers may allow only health savings or spending account, either one, not both. Some employers may allow to employees to choose both of the plans. Okay, both of the plans. In health savings accounts, not only employee also can enroll their dependents, children, spouse, or parents. Okay, them into the health savings plans. And also coming to the health savings and spending account, there will be an upper limit as per the norms. The contribution should not go beyond that upper limit. So we have to create certain rules on that. Okay. And
Okay.
this means then insurance coverages. For example, an employee long-term disability, short-term disability, employee death, three things normally will consider. Long-term, short-term disability. Let me give one example to make it more. We have STD stands for these are benefit terms. Okay? Short-term disability. LTD stands for long-term disability death. Let's say an employee get an accident and he has somehow get an accident and it may take 1 month or 2 months to recover. We will call it as short-term disability. So short-term disability means employee, let's say, met an accident and employee needs some time to recover, 1 month, 2 months, or 3 months. In these 3 months, if the employee has opted in for this insurance plan, company may offer some amount. Okay, company may offer some amount so that he can survive in these 3 months until he will recover. At the same time, company may also take care of the employee healthcare related issues, amounts, whatever. Long-term disability means it's a long term. Let's say leg was broken, he cannot walk further. A hand has been broken, he can't move the hand for a long term. Then employee will get continuous amount up to some years. It depends again to the customers. It's not a standard. Okay, so that falls under long-term disability. And then death. Sometimes employees it's unexpected things, death, right? So in that case, what happens is employee will get some lump sum amount. I will show one simple calculation how it works. Let's take the long-term disability. Company wants to offer if any oh sorry, I have a message. Oh, you can't hear me? From my side, I think networks are good, sir, but I can see your. Can you please rejoin quickly? Possible? Thank you. So long-term disability, as I said, employee met any hand or leg or anything, one of the organ, or he lost the visibility, anything risk happen. Okay, let's see a simple formula for how the long-term disability companies will offer. Let's say a company wants to give long-term disability coverage. Base pay multiply by 5 times. What does it mean by multiply by 5? We can call it a base pay multiply by 5. So that means coverage, assume an employee base pay is 10,000 US dollars per month, sorry, per annum, multiply by 5, 50,000 US dollars, employee will get the coverage. If anything happened to an employee, long-term disability, so company will offer this much amount. This number is just a sample example I'm showing. In real time, this number can be anything. Can be more than this or lesser than this. Okay, or maybe based on different types of components as well. So this much amount employee may get in lump sum, or maybe on periodical basis employee will get this amount. Similarly, if any risk happen to the employee, death, okay, then some of the lump sum amount, whatever they promised or employee eligible for coverage, employee will receive, employee in the sense, employee dependents will receive that lump sum amount. These kind of plans will falls under insurance, okay. And then retirement savings. Retirement savings is, I hope you might be well aware. So you might be contributing already for 401k, 401k pension plans, PF. For example, in UK, in USA we have 401k, UK we have pension, India we have provident fund. So in different countries we will call different terms. These are retirement savings. So they are conditional, which means employee has to reach certain age to get this amount. Or employee has to show some evidence he is really required some amount. Can be he wants to construct a new home, or one of his kids marriage, or any risk health issues, they can claim this amount. So what happens in the retirement savings amount? Employee, employer will contribute some amount. Both has to be contribute. And there's country, in some countries there will be a limit for that. If you say in 2022 the new IRS norms, around 20,000 plus dollars, 20,000 greater than $20,000, employee can contribute towards the benefit plans, right? So it has to obey the legal rules also. So how to create, we will discuss. And then additional plans. Additional plans means something like pet insurance, or metro train ticket, cafeteria, like a cafeteria, what do you call, cafeteria benefit, gym payment. For employ, some employers will give benefits to their employees, or mobile purchase amount. These are all falls under additional. These are not on the person, these are completely on the some kind of objects additionally giving to their employees. Some employers, they will pay healthcare related benefits. Healthcare in the sense, gym membership. They may give some vouchers, Amazon vouchers if the project goes successfully. Okay, such things will fall under additional benefit plans. Here, apart from this, we don't have any other benefit plan types. We have to clearly understand the customer requirement. Based on that, we have to think that benefit plan will fit under which type of benefit plan, whether it will fit under healthcare, it will fit under additional, it will fit under insurance. This analysis we have to perform, and we have to select the right coverage type. So anyhow, this, as I mentioned, a overview, we are going to create each and every object from tomorrow. Okay, we'll start from here. Now, these are the plan types. Okay, so classification. Next, if I would like to create a benefit plan, what is the dependencies? What are all prerequisites I need? That we will see. Okay, so benefit plan. If you want to create a benefit plan, make sure these objects must be created first. If you want to get a benefit plan, you must set up all these components. We will call it as, let's call it as components. All these components must be configured. Let's talk what are all these components. Providers. Provider means who is offering this benefit plan. So we have MetLife, Aviva, and Sunlam, etc. These are all insurance, I mean, benefit plan providers, correct? These people are called providers. Whenever, for example, let's say I have joined in a hospital, and around $5,000 are required to treat. Okay. Now, since I already have healthcare plan, who is going to pay that $5,000? My employer or my benefit provider? Any idea, sir? Employer will pay or provider will pay?
That would be paid if so. I mean, the cost of having the benefit that be paid by the employer. Any
Right?
medical bill or of that nature will be paid by the provider.
Correct. So here, employee, employer together they will contribute some amount. Depends. Some companies will only employer will do. Some
Yes.
companies employer may required to do. They will pay to the providers. Provider is assured Yes, I will take care of your employee if employee feels ill or is not healthy. So he may require to give some proof of documents. So there will be some limit also to providers. So that provider first we have to configure, sir. Who is the provider for this healthcare? Who is the provider for this health saving? So the provider details first we have to configure. And then coverage target. Who is covered under this plan? When I say healthcare, employee only, employee plus spouse, employee plus spouse plus children, employee plus spouse plus children plus parents. It depends. Again, how the provider and employer offering the benefits. Some companies they'll give benefits only to the employee. Some companies they will give the coverage only to the employee plus spouse or employee plus spouse plus children. Okay, if you want to include your parents, then you may require to pay some additional amount. It depends, right? The cost is different. So how it works is only employee contribution is from employee. Let's say $25. Employee plus spouse contribution is $35. Employee plus spouse plus child $45. Employee plus spouse spouse plus child plus parents $60. So there the contributions will keep changing based on who you are enrolling into the benefit plan. These are nothing but coverage targets. Who is your target coverage? Your only spouse or your children, your parents, or only you? That is nothing but coverage targets. Okay. Then benefit coverage type. What do you mean by coverage type here? Coverage type means this one. This benefit plan is part of which coverage type? Healthcare, health savings, spending, insurance, retirement, additional. This also we have to configure when you're creating benefit plan prior to that. And then benefit group or eligibility rule. Who is eligible for this benefit plan? Only employees working in USA are eligible, or only working employees in USA plus employee must be full-time, not part-time are eligible. Only employee in USA plus full-time plus regular employee only eligible, not continuous. These we can create through this eligibility rules and benefit group eligibility rules. To make it simple, it will defines who is eligible for the plan. Okay, who is eligible for the plan. And then after rates. What is the rate? How much the employer has to be contribute? Just now we discussed here this amounts, right? These are the targets. This is the rate: $45, $35, $25, $60. Okay, the rates also we need to be configured. That is they also required before you configure the benefit plan. Then after plan year definition. So when you are allowing your employee to enroll into the plan in 2022 January 1st to December 31st of 2022, or next year, or mid of the year, or any month, specific month. For that, we'll maintain the plan year definition, one of the most key important component. In fact, all are important. This is more important. Okay, here we specify. So from when these benefit plans will be available for these employees. Okay, here we'll specify the date, month, and year. And then cross plan dependencies. So most interesting and important. There might be cases cross plan dependencies mean, let's say I have benefit plan A and I have benefit plan B. Okay. One customer will tell if any employee enrolling into the benefit plan A, it's mandatory that employee has to enroll into the benefit plan B. Let me repeat. If any employee enrolling into the benefit plan A, and it is mandatory that employee has to enroll into the benefit plan B. That is one. Second scenario, if any employee enrolling into the benefit plan A, employee should not allow to enroll into benefit plan B. Okay? If any employee enrolled into benefit plan A, should not be enrolled into benefit plan B. This is second scenario. Okay? If it is first scenario, you are allowing employee to choose both the plans mandatorily. Second scenario, you are allowing employee either of the plan to choose. That is nothing but cross plan dependency. These two scenarios we can achieve with this setup, sir. So any questions on this slide?
So a good example would be if you in US